Guys, I am down $7,000 in Bitcoins. This is Mike with my Real Estate Dojo. As you guys know, I'm unscripted. I talk to you from my heart. And unlike other channels and other gurus, I'll let you know when I fail. I'll let you know when I get punched in the fucking mouth. I'll let you guys know that. And the reason I share my failures and my successes is I want to show you what does it mean, what does it take to be an entrepreneur. You got to be in the trenches. You got to be in the ring. You got to be willing to get knocked out. You got to be willing to get punched out. You got to be willing to take those black eyes, guys. And so let's pull the curtains back and dive in so I can show you what's going on with my entrepreneurship, with my investments, so we can learn from my mistakes and my wins. So, as you guys know, they've been following me right about a month ago, when Bitcoin crashed. It was roughly about 19,000. It started coming down, tumbling down, and I bought it right between 11,000 and some change. And I start buying Bitcoins all the way down to, I'm still buying it. But I spend majority of my money, my investment money, buying it right after it crashed 50%. But then it started crashing 60%, 70%, and that's why I'm continuing buying it. So the point of the story is, I risked it all, and I didn't get the biscuit, guys. So I risked it all, and I didn't get the biscuit. And that's what it is to be an entrepreneur. When we see these guys with their nice cars and their bling bling and they're trying to sell you something, they never show you how they got beat up. They may talk about it, 10 years reflecting back, but right in the middle of the fight, they're not taking time to let you know, dude, I'm down $7,000. Dude, I just put a lot of money up and I'm down. Or, hey, I bought this rental property and the renters are not paying me. Or, hey, I just bought this fix and flip, and instead of me making money, I'm going to be down X many dollars. Or I thought I was going to make $50,000, but I only made $3,000. So that's why I'm taking this time to show you guys what does it mean to be a true entrepreneur without the fluff, guys. So Bitcoin was crashing down. I invested it heavily into it. And so far, I am down $7,000. So that means the money that I put up, I've already lost $7,000 of it. So the point one that I want you to take is that real estate in stocks or, Bitcoins is a totally different game. Real estate is not speculative. It's not gambling. And the reason, if you do it right, like the way I teach it at the dojo, like if the house is worth 100 and I buy it at 60, well, I've already have significant equity in the property. So if the market crashes 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, I'm still in very good shape. Now, if I had hired a realtor and bought it at an investment property and I paid the fair market value, or if I paid extra because my realtor told me, oh, man, there's not that much inventory, why don't you put it $10,000 above the bid on the price, their asking price. Or if I even just bought at a fair market value using traditional real estate agent, then I would not be buying it at a deep discount. And therefore, when I bought it, I didn't buy it right. So one of the benefits of real estate is, compared to stocks or Bitcoin, is that when I buy real estate, I am buying it right from the day one. So if the market crashes, I already have enough equity in there to be in a good shape. The other thing I want you to think about is when I buy real estate, I'm looking for two things. I am looking for massive equity, or I am looking for massive cash flow. So if I buy a house that's worth 100 and I buy it for 60, I have massive equity in there. So if the market tanks 10, 20, 30%, I'm still good because I still have 10% equity. But let's say if the market tanks 40% or 50% in real estate, okay? Well, I'm still doing really good because when I bought the property, I also have cash flow from it. So when everyone starts losing their home around me and everyone goes into foreclosure and everyone tries to sell their home because the real estate bubble has bursted, and my equity gets wiped out because I bought the house 60 versus 100 and I had 40,000, and let's say the economy crashes, the real estate bubble crashes 40%. So now I don't have any equity in the house. I'm just broke even. But I'm not negative equity like many other people that bought it retail price using the realtor. However, I'm still winning because I have massive cash flow. So that means that, sure, my equity might have got wiped out the 40% because of the economy crash or the bubble crash in real estate, but I still have a monthly cash flow, okay? And that's the thing that makes it a win versus stocks or versus Bitcoin, okay? Now, the other thing I want you to make sure you understand is that if my equity gets wiped out and I have massive cash flow, usually when the economy crashes and people start losing their home, there's more demand for rental property. So my cash flow is not usually, not always, but if I historically from the last crash, my rental properties went up in the last crash. They're still continually going up today. Okay, rents are going up. So when I buy real estate, this is why it's not speculative the way I teach it at the dojo, because I'm buying at a deep discount already when I buy it, so I have massive equity. So if the market crashes 10%, 20%, I'm still ahead in equity. Now, if the market crashes big time, like 40% or 50%, all right, I might not have any equity. I might be just breaking even, okay? However, now my property's cash flowing more than before because of the economy crash, because people are losing their home, because people are now becoming renters, and because banks are not lending. So people just lost their home, they went to a foreclosure, more people are going to be renting. Now, let's compare that to stocks or Bitcoins. With Bitcoins, first, when the price was 19,000 and it crashed and I bought it at 11,000, I thought I was getting a 50% discount. But then the stock continued crashing like it is right now. It went from 11, 9, 8, 7, then it went back up. Now it's coming back down again. Okay? So the point is, with stocks and Bitcoins, I might think that I'm buying it at a discount, but later on, it can crash more, and I have no control of it. Where on real estate, I have two levers. I have buying deep discount, the equity, and I also have the lever of cash flow. So if one lever, like my equity, gets wiped out, I still have the other propeller to maneuver my ship, to maneuver my plane without it crashing, because I'm still having cash flow. Or with Bitcoin, I don't have any propellers. I don't control Bitcoin. I don't control stocks, right? I don't control, if I own stocks in Tesla, I don't control the decisions that have to be made at Tesla. So I have no propellers. I'm just like a guy on the boat, on the river, without any pedals. So whatever the river takes me, I gotta go with it. Though my only exit is jump off the boat or get out of the stocks or sell my stocks and get out, or sell my Bitcoin. With real estate, I have two propellers. I have the cash flow and I have the equity. With business, that's why I love businesses, because when you start a business, you're in total control. You're the one that's controlling the propellers. Yes, you can crash and die if you don't educate yourself, you don't generate enough leads, etc., or if you borrow too much. However, you're in total control. Unlike stocks, unlike Bitcoins. Now, with Bitcoin, I bought it at 50%. I thought it was a great deal, but now it's going 60% loss. Now it's going 70%. Now it's going 80%, right? So now I can't really do anything in sense of controlling it. So I've lost the equity that I thought I had bought into, right? Because it's keep going down. And now I don't have a cash flow from it either. So I have zero propellers or control. And that's the only thing I don't like about stocks and speculation investment. And that's why I'm 40 years old and I've never invested in stocks and I've never invested in any type of speculation, because as a refugee, right, living in refugee boot camps, my thing was that I want to be in control of my life, right? And that's why I've always been an entrepreneur, because I know that if I spend $100 into a business, I could take that $100 and make it $1 million. I know that if I start my own business, I'm in total control. Like, I could put, the more I read, the more I could make better moves. If I read about lead generation, I can go generate more leads. If I read about management, I could hire better people and become a better leader and build a culture. So the reason I've never invested into any speculation investment like stocks or Bitcoins is because I like to have control. As a refugee, the power of success is me having control, me controlling my own destiny. So just because I have control, okay, like an airplane, doesn't mean I'm not going to crash, right? Because I have control of my business doesn't mean I'm not going to make any money or I'm going to make a lot of money. No, I have to control it. However, with stocks, or let's say Tesla, if I bought a Tesla stock or I bought Apple stocks, I have no control. I don't even have a propeller. So that is one of the main reasons I haven't invested, and I don't invest in speculations, investment like stocks and Bitcoin till now. Now, the last crash, 2006, fourth quarter, 7, 8, I almost got into stocks. And looking back, the stocks that I would have bought, that would have definitely made good money, all right? Because like I was going to buy some Bank of America, some Wells Fargo. They went from top dollars to like a couple of bucks because in that crash. And I would have made money off of it. But as soon as I start studying stocks, I realized that I don't have control. I can't control the employees. I can't control the management. And there's so many other things I can't control. And that's why I realized that, you know, the best time to get into something was real estate, because the more I educate myself, the more I put better renters on my property, the more deep discounted property that I buy, the more monthly cash flow that I generate, I am in total control. So it doesn't matter what the river is doing around me. Sure, it kind of influenced me, right? But I could still pedal to safety. I could still pedal to the shore, or I could go all in down the current and still be in control. So now let's go back to the story why I just let you guys know I lost $7,000. And so now I have no control. The Bitcoin market is going down and down. So what am I doing? Two things I want you to take away from this conversation is that if you invest in speculation, stocks, you know, other stuff out there, you're not going to have a pedal to maneuver. The other thing I want you to understand is the mindset of an entrepreneur myself. Now that I have committed to Bitcoins, and I bought it at 11.5, and I bought it at 10.5, and I bought it at 9.5, 8.5, and right now at 7.5 I'm buying it. I am going to continue buying it, because one of the most important things for me is to have success. When you commit to something, you got to go all in, and that's my mindset, and I'm sharing that with you. So when I say you, I'm really talking about myself. Now, I thought Bitcoins were a scam in 2016, all right? But now I've changed my mind. And since I've already allocated a large amount of money buying it at 11.5, 10.5, 9.5, as it continues crashing down, I'm still going to buy and buy more. Now, that sounds really crazy and very risky and scary for sure, because I'm already lost $7,000, but I'm continuing dumping my money into it. But the reason I'm sharing this, my thinking with you guys, is that's what I feel like I have to do to win. Now, I've already committed to it. Now, the price is dropping more and more. I'm going to commit more to it. Now, this is not a time that I'm going to back out, dude. I'm already in the fucking fight. I already got a bloody nose. My eyes are swollen up, dude. I got a big notch in my head, dude. I already hit the fucking canvas 4 or 5 times and I fell on my fucking knees. But I'm going to just go all in and fight it out to my death or to my win. So I'm going to go all the way to zero, or I'm going to go all the way to the moon, guys. And that's how I roll. That's what it takes to be a fucking entrepreneur. Now, that sounds really crazy for most of you people out there, and I don't recommend this for you guys. And I'm not saying this as a financial advice. I'm not an attorney. I'm not a CPA. But I'm just letting you know what goes into a true entrepreneur as a refugee that came to America with no money, okay? And I turned $100 into multi-million dollars, having business of 14 years and having many people work for me. From my moving company to my brokerage firm to Mr. Investor to having rentals to having tons of VAs, not hundreds, but tons of virtual assistants working for me for each company. And what I'm here to tell you is that the only reason I was successful in my moving company is because when shit got tough, I went all in. The reason I had any success with my real estate business, my brokerage firm, is when shit got tough, I went all in. The reason I had any success with my real estate, my investment company, where I bought houses for $2,000 or $3,000, I just took over someone's payments in a strategy called Subject to or Wrap, what I teach in my mother course. If you haven't had the mother course, I would highly recommend buying that course. Okay, the real estate bubble is coming. Okay, now if you've been watching my videos, you know I've been saying for a couple of years that ringing the bell, the economy's going to crash, and I have all kinds of bubbles. So real estate isn't a bubble, and it will crash. And there's tons of strategies that I teach in my mother book that you guys can use to buy properties by just taking over their payments, not getting a loan, not signing up with your credit, okay? Not putting thousands of dollars down. So just like the crash of real estate 2006, 2007, where I just took over people's payments. When there was a fire in the building, I went all in. At that time, real estate was coming down left and right. Prices were coming down. But I was one of the very few people that was buying and buying and buying. So, and I happened to win. I happened to take $3,000 and turn around and get $100,000 profit for one property, and then $100,000 for another property, and so on. Okay, just by renting it out for 5, 6, 7 years and then cashing out. So the point of the story is, I'm explaining to you my mindset so you kind of can analyze what does it take. I've just lost $7,000. Okay, I just been knocked out. The market is crashing. The building is on fire even more. So many people at this time would freeze, sell their positioning. Okay? And I don't blame them. But my dumbass, all right? I'm just letting you know, because many of you think I'm a dumbass for going into the building, but my dumbass is going to go all in, just like I did in the real estate bubble in 2006. I went all in, dude. I went all in. You know what I mean? I went everything in. And my only regret was in the 2006 bubble, I should have went in more, because I should have bought more property. I had so much opportunity to buy properties left and right, and I didn't. Now, in this Bitcoin bubble, even though I'm down $7,000, as Bitcoin loses $1,000, if it goes from 75 to 65, I'm buying it. If it goes from 65 to 55, I'm buying it. If it goes from 55 to 45, I'm buying. If it goes to $1,000, I am fucking buying. If it goes to 100, I am buying. Okay? Because I am betting that it's going to go up. Now, when I did real estate in 2006, I wasn't betting, because when I bought these houses, they were already cash flowing. Or I bought them on a deep discount. But some of them I didn't buy at a deep discount because the sellers didn't have any equity. However, the seller had a great interest rate, which means that I could monthly cash flow $400, $600, or even $200 a month. So I went all in. Now, with Bitcoin, it's not like the real estate because I have no control of it. But one thing I want to show you is my mindset. When I commit to something, I go all in, to death or to liberty. I don't fuck around, guys. I don't just half-ass some shit, right? Now, I'm not saying this is a good characteristic, but I'm telling you, this is the only way I've won before. That's how I won with my moving company. When I got out of college, I had $100. I went all in. I live in my fucking car. I didn't get no job like all my friends did, right? I went all in. I took my $100 and rented a truck and didn't have any more money. And from that $100, my first money I made was $1,200 doing the first move. In 2006, when the economy crashed, I went all in. When everyone was going out. And now, in the Bitcoin crash, I am going on in. And there's a good chance that I could burn to hell. Right? I could burn up, hopefully. I don't go to hell, but I could burn up, dude. But one thing I do know is go all in. And from my past history successes, every time I went all in, I won. Now, I'm not saying that I'm going to win this time. Right now, I'm not winning. I've lost $7,000. And it's embarrassing, right? It's shameful to come up here and say, look, guys, I lost $7,000. Right? And no, most people will not tell you they're losers. These guys, trying to sell you some shit, they're not going to tell you their losses. They just tell you their wins. But I am honest with you because I want you to understand what does it take to win. You got to get into the fucking ring. You got to get knocked the fuck out. You got to get a fucking black eye. People are going to call you stupid. People are going to call all kinds of shit to you, right? But if you want to fucking win, you got to get in the fucking ring. And there's no shit about it. And you can't never quit, dude. You got to go all in. And that's the only thing I know. And that's what I'm trying to help you guys understand, that if you want to be your fucking dreams, you want to be a fucking writer, you want to be an entrepreneur, you want to start your own fucking company, you want to be a real estate investor, you got to go all in. You got to be willing to take the fucking hits. You got to be willing to get knocked the fuck out. You got to be willing to be fucking homeless. And if you're not willing to do that kind of stuff, guys, you better stick with your fucking job, man. You better stick with your job, because the only other way to win without going all in is to get into debt. And I don't believe in that, right? I don't believe in borrowing money to start my success. I don't believe in borrowing money to start a company, right? Because everything that the God give me is in my fucking mind. Everything around us was created through our mind. Everything. Your phone, your laptop, your chair, your desk, the internet, Bitcoins, was someone's imagination. And they turn into reality. So I know that if I go out there and I get knocked the fuck out, I lose every fucking thing I have, I know I'm going to come and win again, because I have the right ingredient. I have the right pedigree to win, because of my mindset of going all in, for my mindset of never fucking quitting. And that's what I'm trying to show you guys today, is that I'm not smart. I take a lot of fucking risk, but I'm all in. And if I don't do something, I'm not going to do it. But if I do it, I go all in. I'm only here to win. And so the point of the story, guys, is that I'm down $7,000. Some of you guys be like, yep, Mike is a fool. Well, and I agree with you. Some of you guys would say, Mike is crazy. And I agree with you. Some of you guys like, I never want to do what Mike does. And I pray for you that you don't, because it's risky. You can get knocked the fuck out, right? But some of you guys are burning up with passion to be your dreams. And that's why I do this for. I want to show you what it takes to be your dreams. I want to show you what it is to get knocked the fuck out. I want to show you what it is to lose $7,000 and get knocked the fuck out and get the fuck up and do it again. 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 All right, guys. To summarize it up, I'm one crazy motherfucker that follow my heart and follow my dreams. And that's what it means to be an entrepreneur. And this is the reason why I never had a job before. Never. I never had a yes sir, no sir to any motherfucker. I never had a resume. I never had to sit in fucking traffic. I never had to go to the cubicle, because I risk it all. And I'm trying to let you guys know the mindset of a true entrepreneur in America and the struggles that we go through to be our dreams. It wasn't just handed to me. I didn't just go borrow from a bank. I didn't get it from my fucking daddy, right? My daddy sold ice cream in the shittiest part of the town for us to be able to go to high school, right? I didn't get it from my fucking daddy. I didn't get it from the stupid fucking bankers. I hate the fucking bankers. They're enslaving everyone. They're enslaving you, your cousin, your baba, everyone. Student debt, car debt, all this bullshit. The dojo, Mr. No Fluff, I'm going to change your life. But it ain't pretty, dude. It's not a pretty sales pitch. It's a bloody nose type of shit, man. It's a black eye type of shit if you want to be your dreams. If you like this videos and you took some value, please press like. Leave me your comments. What do you think about going all in? It's pretty crazy. What are your thoughts? Hustle and bustle. Don't take no for answer, guys.